name's Dan. I'm from Hope Technology. Today I'm going to show you how to service a Pro 4 front hub. Tools you're going to need, you're going to need hub support, 2 replacement bearings. They're a 61804 bearing. You're also then going to need a Hope bearing tool. These are the same tools that you use in a Pro 2 and a Pro 2 Evo. You're going to need a hammer and a selection of punches. First off, you're going to want to remove the end caps out of the hub. You might want to just grab a rag and pinch, and they should just pull out. If they are, sometimes stuck in there, you can carefully put them in the vise. Obviously, you don't want to do it too tight and squash the actual end cap itself. So once you've got the bearings exposed, you're going to want to take just a little punch, and you're going to want to just push that inner sleeve to the side, just so you can get enough on the bearing. Put it onto the hub support, and then just give the bearing a tap, and it should come out. Also then the inner sleeve should come out. Turn it over, and then just repeat on that side. If the bearing's not coming out with the first hit or second hit, you're just going to want to work around the bearing tapping. You don't want to focus just on one side, or the bearing's going to come out at an angle, and that could damage the inside of the hub shell. So just work around it. Most of the time they will come out with 1 or 2 hits, but sometimes they can be a little bit seized in if they've been left in for a while. Then once you've got the hub and the bearings are out, you're just going to want to clean the inside of the shell. Just inspect in case there could be any damage, any marks or anything like that. Make sure the bearing surface is clean, ready for the new ones. Then clean the inner sleeve as well. So they shouldn't be dirty, well, really too dirty or anything. There might just be a bit of old grease in there. And then once you're happy and everything's not damaged and clean, you can proceed to putting the new bearings back in. So now you're ready to put the new bearings in. If you haven't got a press like this, you can, if you're careful, tap the bearings in with a hammer or any kind of other press or anything like that. Just as long as you're getting the bearing in straight and and it'll be fully seated, then that's fine. In this case, we're going to use a bearing press. So put the hub support on. Just roughly put the bearing in. The seating tool will sit perfectly in. And then you'll just feel it stop if you press it in. You don't need to go with any excessive force or anything like that. Put the inner sleeve in. Same again, just roughly put the bearing in. The other tool. And then just press the bearing. You shouldn't need to press any harder or anything like that. If you're tapping them in, you should hear when you're hitting them in, the sound will change when it actually sits in. It will kind of go from hollow to a dead sound. That's when you know it's seated in, and obviously check that it is straight and everything like that. Don't go smacking it too hard straight away. Just make sure the tool's sat on the bearing and just carefully tap it in and work it in. You will see it going in. Once it is, most of the bearing is in the hub shell, it will then go in straight, and you can just tap it in with a bit more force, and you'll hear, once you know it's seated, you'll kind of hear the sound change. It'll go from a hollow sound to quite a dead sound. Obviously then check as well that it is in straight. But yeah, you should hear the sound change, and that's when you know it's in. Just the final part of the process is you want to put your end caps back in, just with a little bit of grease. Just run round the inner seal. You don't need too much. And then just push it in, it should sit in. Just make sure that it's smooth. If there is a notch in it, that could be a sign that the bearing isn't in straight. So just give that a run, it should feel fine. Same again on the other one, just a light bit of grease. Any kind of mid-range bike grease will do. We use a Mobile X HP 222 grease. We've found it's just the best grease. And that's how you can service a Pro 4 front hub.